Quiet.
Live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Loser Leaves Wrestling.
A little quiet.
After a long hiatus, Roy.
Whoa, we're back.
We're back. Better than ever.
Well,
the buttons aren't working.
Buttons aren't working. Your mic's being weird, and I'm still recovering from COVID. We're doing great.
Oh, we're putting out fires all over the place. Welcome, everyone. We've already got. Thank you all so much for dealing with our hiatus. We went exploring the Midwest.
Yes.
We explored the
Midwest.
Finding places where finding wrestling holes where no one knew they were.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Hey, maybe hold the mic closer to your face.
Did I do it again? Is this better?
That's a little bit better, but then we can't see your face.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna hold it like this.
Yeah, I mean, you sound pretty good when you do that.
All right, let's try it out.
Well, it's just quiet. You're just quiet.
No, I get it. I get the. Is this better?
Maybe. Just keep talking.
That's probably a lot better.
Maybe.
I think so. I was touching the Omni button.
Oh.
People. Welcome to the show, everyone. We have to get through some comments. Brett Pendleton's already
Brett's here. Brett's here. There it is.
LLW. Brooklyn Bleak says there were complaints about the crowd being lame online. Anyone agrees with that opinion? Yep.
It was quiet. It was quiet tonight. Yeah.
They were quiet folks. Where were they?
Savannah, Georgia. It was their debut in Savannah, Georgia. It was a real WWE crowd tonight.
Savannah's gonna wake the fuck up.
Yeah, they do.
And
also, like, these signs in the crowd. And also, there was some guy sitting in the front row who, throughout the first 30 minutes of the show, they kept cutting to him, and I didn't like that.
I missed that.
I didn't like it. He was like, and then he noticed that they were cutting to him, so he would, like, make a face. I hated it. I don't acknowledge the fact that the camera's cutting to you.
We don't want to see that. Unless you're that kid from the baseball game that stared at the camera like this.
Yeah, that's okay. If you're a kid, do whatever you want.
Yeah, kids are cool. Joe writes, welcome back, LLW. With you being gone, I've been pondering one question. Whatever happened to predictability? And the Paperboy, evening TV. We'll put that on the podcast.
That's Full House, right?
Oh, and then he put it's from
it's Family Matters.
Family Matters, and then he wrote the Milkman, the Paperboy, the evening TV.
The evening TV. That's their Chicago based.
We were on the same wavelength, Joe.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Brett says Brooklyn Bleak. I think it was mostly that dude in the blonde wig in the front row looking emotionless all night.
Also, didn't like that guy too. Didn't like this crowd.
Besides that, the crowd was pretty awesome. Brett, I don't think I agree.
Yeah, they were just a little quiet. They were bad. They were just quiet.
They popped for the poppy things. Like Brett Pendleton says, Mox's intro was proof of that.
Sure.
Yeah, they like poppy things, but they didn't like Cesaro and Jake had worked real hard for them.
Yeah.
A few matches they were just quiet as hell for.
You could kind of hear. There's always a problem when you hear one individual person in the crowd chanting something.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good point. Why do I have replacement? There we go. Now I see you.
Hi.
Woodsy the Beast is in the chat.
Woodsy.
Oh. Woodsy says, "Wow, I thought you died or something." Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Whoa, the light just changed. That feels pretty good. No, we were in Chicago.
Anyone?
Ben's here.
Ben's here. He says, "Let's go."
Let's go, Benny, babe. I said we were in Chicago. We didn't die. I almost died. At this point, I really only remember Chicago. That's all I really remember.
That's fair. Honestly,
which is great.
Same.
Chicago was so wonderful.
Oh my God, what a magic place!
It was a really
What a
wonderful
magic
place. I recommend everyone go and check out Chicago. I'm actually wearing my Milwaukee Brewers ball cap tonight. But
Are you? I was gonna wear mine, but I'm too sweaty.
Sure, of course.
Too sweaty.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn said. Oh, Brett says Red is real quiet tonight.
Yeah, Brett's real quiet tonight. He is.
Is this better? Is this a lot better?
That's better. I wouldn't say a lot better, but it's better.
How about this? Is this?
But that sounds terrible. That sounds awful.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Let's keep it that way.
All right. Not bad.
I'm not trying to. Let me know if I sound shitty, please. Everyone, let me know.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Bleak says, "Damn, Rona won't go away." Not
I know.
For this crew.
This is the first time I've ever had it. 2 years.
Yeah,
Took
dog.
me 2
It was like me in May, and then I sent it over to you.
Yeah.
Now you're July.
Yeah.
Tam,
be careful.
Stay inside.
Be
Tam
careful.
Stay inside.
We gotta check on Uncle Moet.
Yeah, we have to check on Uncle Moet. Jesus Christmas. Brooklyn Bleak says, Brett says, turn it up to 11, baby. Ben says, hit him up, Savannah Diss.
Yeah, Savannah Diss. That's right.
That.
We're dissing Savannah for their crowd.
Oh yeah. Screw Savannah right now. Joe writes, it was Full House. R.I.P. Bob Saget. No, it wasn't.
I thought that was. I thought she
No,
be bow wow.
No, it's a rare condition. This day.
That is Family Matters.
In a newspaper. Then why'd you mention Full House, Joe?
Yeah, we weren't in San Francisco. We were in Chicago.
San Francisco. Joe, you're trying to confuse us.
Perfect Strangers. Yeah, it worked. You did a good job.
We have to start talking about this goddamn show.
Yeah, we got to get into it. Well, first of all, whoa.
Sorry.
Did we? Well, we'll talk about it later.
What do you want?
Did you get a chance to watch the A&E biography of The Undertaker?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you?
I saw some of it. I can't stomach it. I can't stomach a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm really. The news is affecting me, and my WWE intake.
The WWE news or the world news?
The WWE. Yeah. Oh well, sure.
Wow, what else?
This Vince McMahon scenario is really getting in my head. Yeah, that's the thing that it is. Honestly, the thing that's rupturing me.
Yeah, I understand that. I get that.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's too much. And this is good. Like, look, did I like the show tonight? I did actually. I did end up really liking the show. Hated it in the beginning, but ended up really liking it. So.
Yeah. I don't know how I like the pacing the most of it. I think it was well paced and it didn't feel like breakneck speed. We need to get everything in here right now yesterday.
Yeah.
But today's the first night of Fighter Fest, and you would never have known it unless they said it that one time.
What are you talking about? They say it a lot. They talk about it all the time.
Like until they mentioned they said it in the beginning and they said it in the promo, but there's no graphic at the bottom.
I agree.
There's nothing different. Come on, give me something.
They should really. Yeah, I mean, they should. It's not hard to buy like a new color tape to tape your ropes a different color. They don't always need to be black.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Honestly, they should have been pink, yellow,
orange, maybe. There's a lot of orange in the Fighter Fest.
Yeah,
give me something like that. Give me something. Give me something. AEW used to, when they first launched, they did a lot of that. Like their pay-per-views had specials, stages. They did special things, but now it's all the same. And I complain about this a lot for all of our loyal LLW listeners. They'll find that I complain about certain things a lot, and that's one of them. I love a good stage. I love a good gimmick stage. You know what?
Roy loves his presentations.
I do.
And I get it.
WCW. There's a WCW thing and a WWF thing to a certain. The giant. Remember the giant electric chair?
Oh sure, Judgment Day.
Yeah. That kind of stuff.
Yeah,
love that stuff. I'm gonna be really rude and go get a cough drop to hopefully not cough throughout this. Give me a second, vamp.
Of course, Roy. We're gonna talk about times of old. We're gonna talk about times of old. Those Titantrons, right? You remember those Titantrons? Poor Roy. He's been so sick, coughing away. Couldn't enjoy any of the baseball games. Probably a super spreader. Roy's probably a super spreader. Don't tell me I said that. Don't tell me, it'll really hurt his feelings. But he's got a new Milwaukee hat. You see that?
What happened?
We were talking about the Titantrons. And, I'm good.
Ricola. Swiss Alps.
Yeah, the Ricola.
In honor of... Claudio. All right, let's get into it. I think we got to get into it.
Matt, so it's we got the Fighter Fest, no logos or branding anywhere. They forgot that it was today. Moving on.
They changed their opening theme.
Yeah.
Which was awful. Terrible change.
What a boring.
Really boring.
Is this just for Fighter Fest or is this the new Dynamite?
I don't know. I hope it's just for Fighter Fest because this song sucks. It
It
sucks.
was boring. It was
Boring.
it was a real lackluster way to. It felt like I was watching a signature, WB signature.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
no good. But we have the opening match of the night, Roy's favorite match of the night, Orange Cassidy versus
this.
Wardlow.
Hate it.
Wardlow. Well, tell me your thoughts on the match then. Why did you hate it?
I think the match itself was fine. I don't think it's not the wrestler's fault that this was bad, but like here are two people that should be nowhere near each other, in my opinion. This is bad business. This match is bad business for multiple reasons. One, Orange Cassidy had an incredible match against Will Ospreay. And going into that match, all of the fans were like, why is Orange Cassidy in this spot? Blah, blah, blah. It should have been Andrade. It was supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy proves everybody wrong, has an incredible match. He's this new, like, his character has changed just enough where there's some intensity and you can kind of take him seriously. And it's outstanding. They have a great match. And then he has this great match with Ethan Page where the crowd's going crazy for him. He's fantastic. He's got this new theme music. You're building him up. Then he has a match with Tony Nese, which is dumb. But, like, again, gets the crowd into it. It's a good match. Now you're rolling. You're rolling with Orange Cassidy. So what's the next thing you do? You just feed him to Wardlow? What? And then, let's look at this from Wardlow's perspective, too. Wardlow's new. He's fresh. He still is trying to figure a lot of things out. He's still trying to figure out how to be a television wrestler. So who do you put him up against? Everyone's favorite television wrestler. And now, he's also, by the way, Orange Cassidy's incredible. He just had this great match with Will Ospreay, and now he has to, like, hold Wardlow's diaper for the next 15 minutes. Like, it just doesn't, they shouldn't be touching each other.
It was bad booking. It was bad booking because if you noticed halfway through the match, after they got the fun stuff out of the way, the crowd died.
Yeah.
The crowd died. And the crowd, the past several times that Orange Cassidy's been in the ring, has not died.
No.
Orange Cassidy's kept them in there.
Yeah.
Wardlow's been a little iffy, but the idea of these, there was no one to cheer for and there was no one to root for. And it felt like everyone's just like, yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it.
And you know
there
what?
was some good that came out of the match, though.
Sure, go. Like what?
Can we go through the match?
Yeah, of course. Come on.
So the best friends come out and accompany the Orange Cassidy. They say in the back, they're walking to the ring. They're like, he's facing his toughest challenge yet. And you know what we have to do? Cheat. And they're going to cheat hard. And honestly, this is the best rebranding of best friends I've ever seen. I'm into it again. They love their friends so much that they might kill someone.
Yeah.
They brought out a chainsaw. They immediately try to cheat. The test of strength when they rip off the pockets, and then Orange Cassidy puts Wardlow's straps back on, which was a lot of fun. But then best friends, they try to cheat. They try to mess with the turnbuckle, and Chuck Taylor brings out a chainsaw, and the ref kicks them both out. I honestly like this. That's really fun.
I gotta tell you, they're never gonna do it because it's bad for business. But this was a perfect test pilot to see if Orange Cassidy and the best friends could be heels. They would be amazing heels. Just like shitty. They just fuck with you. Like all Orange Cassidy does is just fuck with you. Like if he was a heel doing all of the things that he was doing and he was getting booed for like putting his straps back up and chasing him around the ring and like fucking with him and like
he just
mocking
makes a
him.
mockery of wrestling.
And he just drives everybody insane. Like that's such a good heel move. Orange Cassidy, gigantic heel. Like, he's getting cheered like crazy because wrestling fans are too cool for school, and Orange Cassidy's too cool for school. But it made me realize tonight that he's a heel. Yeah.
He's the epitome of the NWO.
And the fact that the best friends make a mockery of the idea of, like, cheating, like being bad guys and cheating, it's also meta. They're such fucking heels.
Brilliant. Honestly, that's freaking brilliant. Him being this boss character that doesn't do anything, just barely cares, but gets wins and championships.
Yeah. Imagine if you worked your ass off, you beat Orange Cassidy, you put out your arm or your hand or your fist for a sign of respect, and he just kind of taps it. That's such a heel move.
God, that's really good. That's really good. Keep going through the match. Also, Wardlow pulls Danhausen from out underneath the ring, which is fun.
That's fun. That's good use of Danhausen.
We get some big spots here. Beach break that turns into a powerbomb that turns into a DDT. We get a F10 and an immediate kick out, which was kind of weird. I just didn't think it should be used. Wardlow needs to work on his selling. not his selling, his bumps. It came for a while. There's this one part of the match when he dives outside. Orange Cassidy dives at Wardlow, and he kind of catches him, but he doesn't. There wasn't enough momentum to push him back, so he just kind of like slowly falls back, and it was just weird. And then he was pushed into the ring post, and it was just unnatural, and he felt very uncomfortable doing it. Some things he needs to brush up on, but we get another beach break with a kick out, then an orange punch turned into a power bomb, only one, and then the pin. If this is how it's going to go, it has to be his win.
Yeah, it has to be his win. That's the problem.
It does. You're right. Afterwards, he lifts him up and gives him the fist pump. And you're right. That was the heelest shit I've ever seen. That he just didn't give him a real one. And like, of course, it's Orange Cassidy. Why was Wardlow okay with that?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, this guy's
good. Like an asshole.
This guy's a good wrestler.
He treated you like a little dick. Brett Pendleton says, if a company's going to change their show's theme music, we need to start making Papa Roach do the songs again. Yes, please. Right, Roy?
Sure.
We're a fan of that.
Why not? Why not?
Let's keep that. Tony is in the
Tony's
chat.
here.
It's Brittany, bitch.
OC the jobber. OC the jobber. Boom.
That's the problem. He finally like had some credibility and people cared about him again for the first time in over a year, and then you just job him out. It's a problem. I will say, by the way, the sound effects very loud. Your voice not very loud. Just putting that out there.
Jesus Christmas. Well, we're gonna try and fix this. Keep telling me that. How is this better?
Yeah.
Is this better?
It's a little better.
Everyone has to keep me on my toes. That's the rule. All right. Keep me on my toes. Don't let me slack. Oh, master output level. Is that it? Do I sound better now?
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas is right there.
There it is.
All right.
Let's see how it goes. You're bordering on staticky, but let's keep going.
Wait, I could fix this.
No, you sound good. You sound good.
There's a give and take. Now that's great.
Yeah, now you're killing it.
Tony writes, Orange Cassidy the heel would be hilarious. Honestly,
be great.
This is honestly, TK watches all wrestling media, probably us too. He's seen the Danhausen video. It's impossible that he hasn't. So maybe he'll wise up. Maybe he'll wise up. We have to keep moving on though, Roy, because they show us a little clip of AEW Dark the other night.
This was fantastic. This was great.
So I missed this because I haven't really been catching up with the wrestling stuff the past week. I've really been catching up the past couple days.
Yeah.
So they're taking Dark on the road.
So here's the thing. This is great. I posted this in the Discord. Somebody joined the Patreon, and you can see it.
You joined the Patreon, so you can see it. We forgot to give that new person the Patreon code.
Doug, we're gonna get it. You're gonna get it tonight.
Doug, we love you, Doug. We're gonna get it to you tonight.
Yeah. So they didn't take Dark on the road necessarily, but Thunder Rosa was in Japan. Pac was in England, and Pac defended his interpromotional mural Atlantic championship in England. And Tony Khan has said that this title is going to be different than all other titles in AEW. It's going to be defended everywhere. And when it gets defended, the match is going to be recorded and then either put on Dark or put on Rampage. Like, I think that's the coolest shit in the world.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's really awesome. Great way for the other promotions.
Yeah,
amazing
absolutely.
for the other promotions. Great for AEW to kind of just like keep your tentacles everywhere.
Yeah.
And keep your name everywhere. Like all these indie shows. Excellent idea.
Yeah.
And Pac had his first match, his first all Atlantic championship match.
Yeah, against Shooter Yamino, who was in the 6-man at Forbidden Door.
And how was the match? Did you see it?
It's a good match. Great match.
Good match.
They're both really talented wrestlers.
We have some talk. Well, hold on. Hear this out, Roy. Brett Pendleton says, Red fixed the problems. Let's go. You're right. Let's go.
That's a great job.
But then Brett says, what if Tony in the chat was Tony Khan?
It's possible.
You are fake news.
Are you being fake news, Tony? Is this Tony Khan? Imagine if Tony Khan, after AEW Dynamite every day, comes in the chat, boom! He would do that.
He would, yeah, he would.
Brooklyn Bleak says, holy crap, the last Dark was almost 2 hours long. I have to check it out. We should check it out.
Yeah, I skipped around.
You got to skip around. Tony writes, I wish.
Give me all that money.
Wrong.
Give me all that money. What are you talking about?
Brooklyn Bleak says, yes, this is what I was saying when the first debuted the concept of the All-Atlantic title. Yes, you did say that, Brooklyn Bleak. You're going to get one of these. Joe writes, thank God this new title has unique rules. Otherwise, it's just another title. European title, anyone? You're damn right, Joe.
Well, that's the whole
right.
thing. WCW couldn't do this in the 90s because they didn't. I don't know if they had the technology, but like Regal would travel with the TV title, Malenko would travel with the Cruiserweight title. Like, it's great that they're finally able to do this and they're doing it like this. Like, I think that's great. There should be a traveling champion, and someone like Pac is perfect for it.
Sure, 100%. And he wants to travel. He has family overseas. It's great.
He lives overseas.
Joe writes, Tony Khan paid me for that comment, the European title comment. Very good.
That's good.
Then Tony writes, I'm just another loser. I'd be certified. I'm just another loser. I'd be certified. That sounds like Tony Khan talked to me. That sounds like something exactly what Tony Khan would say. Like, I'm a loser. I'm certified. Like, just, I don't know. TK watch. We knew TK from the beginning watches the show. Tony. Okay. Brett says, you aren't a loser, Tony. You are a part of the LLW multiverse. You're right. Tony Khan is a part of the LLW multiverse. Brett says, which makes you a wrestling sicko. Oh, I need something that's a sicko.
Sick. Yeah, that's good. That's really
good.
Close. Yeah.
And Brett says, which is sick. Why don't I have a sick thing? Watch, I type in sick and it's just coughing.
Well, I can do that for all of us. This makes you very nervous. I don't know where that's going.
No, it just said sicko mode, and I pressed it, and that was it.
All right.
Okay, that's enough.
Right.
We have to keep moving on with the show.
Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling.
Where did I put my notepad? Okay. So next up, we get Jericho walking out in a suit.
Good suit.
Yeah, good suit. I love when Jericho kind of just shifts gears because it really he tries harder. Yeah. And he's talking about how he's not here as Jericho, the superstar, as the sports entertainer. He's here as the living legend, which is very funny. And Eddie Kingston's superior. And he says the barbed wire. He's talking about the barbed wire everywhere match. And he's like, "You're doing this for your friends? It's not very fun to be friends with Eddie Kingston." And he starts bringing him up. Ortiz got his head shaved. Santana's been injured. Bryan Danielson is out for who knows how long. Yeah. And Ruby Soho got her hand mangled because she's his Ruby. They say then he started saying that Eddie Kingston, the only reason he wanted barbed wire match is because he's a mark for Terry Funk and Sabu and Onita. And then he said his first barbed wire, he had the first barbed wire match in Canada at the age of 22 years old. Can we verify that?
Yeah, I would love to try to verify that. I thought about trying to verify it. I'm gonna work on that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of believe it because he was around that age when he was going to Japan.
Yeah. I think 22. Yeah, he's probably around 92 or 93. And you know, that style was starting to become more popular in North America. So I wouldn't be surprised if he had like a barbed wire match in Canada.
But he said he's a sick, sadistic son of a bitch. And but he's not gonna be facing Chris Jericho next week.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be the Painmaker. And the saddest eye makeup. It literally looks like he has eye makeup and has been crying.
Yeah.
Just weeping down his face. Yeah. But he says he's more blood than what did I write here? More blood than Nacha are?
More blood than what was it? What did he say? More blood.
Oh, more blood than Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark, right?
Noah's Ark, and it's gonna make him jealous. And then he called him a loser, and that was the end of that. This is good. Good way to continue the thing, right?
You know, I heard a story the other day about Joe DiMaggio. You familiar with this baseball player, Joe DiMaggio?
Oh yeah, Jumpin' Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah, Billy Crystal told a story about how he had to introduce Joe DiMaggio. And he was like, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the great Joe DiMaggio." And then afterwards, Joe DiMaggio approached him and punched him in the stomach because he was like, "I'm the greatest living baseball player." That's how you introduced me. You say I'm the greatest living baseball player. And he punched him in the gut. So I feel like that's Jericho. He's like, "I'm the living legend. Don't introduce me as anything else. I'm the living legend." I just want to see him bleed. When he comes out in this suit and he calls himself the living legend, he does such a great job of making me just want to see him gush blood.
Kind of like honestly, not to bring Ric Flair as a point, but like this generation's kind of like love to see this guy bleeds well, and you really want to hate him. You really want to hate him. Yeah. We got some comments here. Tony writes, "I can't be Tony Khan. I'm not the biggest CM Punk mark." That's how you're trying to fool us,
Nice
Tony.
cover. Nice cover.
That's
Tony.
nice cover. Way to bring out the obvious. Yeah, we know you're
Yeah,
playing.
sure you aren't. I bet you give great hugs.
Brett says, Red, there's a really great Dr. Phil soundboard you should check out. I've been spamming it over the speaker at the Tap Factory all week. Dog, send it on over, Rover. Send it to loserleavespod@gmail.com. Loserleavespod. Or text it to the hotline 201-574.
That's dangerous, Brett. You seem like a dangerous cat to be in a tattoo shop with. Because maybe I'm tattooing, then you play that Phil soundboard and I giggle, and then oops, squiggly line. I screwed up a tattoo.
And then every now and then I'm just like, wrong. right behind your ear as you're tatting someone.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'll make you feel nervous. You just tattoo it fast. I can't stop this.
I hit another one.
Okay. Hi. We got Hassan Terrell here.
Yo.
Hassan Terrell. They say hi there.
Hey
hi,
there.
Hassan.
Hey.
Hi there. Hey there. Hey now.
Hey now.
Brett says, I wish Brian Pillman Jr. rocked. It sucks so bad that he doesn't rock. You're damn right.
He's
it
trash.
does.
He's trash.
He's real trash. We need a trash sound effect. That's Brian Pillman in a nutshell. Joe says, is Jericho still trying to make the Painmaker a thing? He did a whole podcast about how he wants to turn that character into the next MCU. I'm not kidding.
MCU?
He really like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know how they have like a whole world, like the multiverse.
Jericho wants to be in it.
And because one of the thing is Foley did it and he did it successfully. And now he has 4 different action figures and 4 different things that could come out at any given time. It's an amazing stream of income.
Yeah. Sure.
And he's trying to do that. Painmaker, I think he realizes is pretty lame. And that's, he has to realize it, right?
I think he thinks it works really well, but it works, but I think
he really likes the gimmick.
I think he likes it because it worked well in Japan, but it doesn't work as well in America because it's a very different audience, but he's in denial about that.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I do think that it's interesting that he's going as that next week because it just feels lame.
Well, yeah, because I think Japanese crowds can be scared of him because they're like, oh, he's unpredictable. You know, he's going to come into the crowd and take the camera. American audiences are like, Jericho,
yawn.
We see you. We see you, Jericho.
We know who you are.
Yeah.
Hassan Terrell says, cool.
Cool.
And then Hassan says, my TV got broke.
Oh, no.
Hassan.
You gotta call Tim the Tool.
You gotta call the Tool Man Taylor. Who broke it? Who is that?
Oh, son of a bitch!
Who broke your TV? Who did it? Let us know, Hassan. We're gonna help you figure it out.
Yeah.
Red and Roy fix it all.
That's our specialty.
That's our
broken
specialty.
electronics. Yeah.
Give us some electrical tape and 2 potatoes. We'll hook it up. We'll make it light bulb. We have to keep moving, Roy. We have to.
We gotta get going.
Then Eddie's in the back, and he wants to bring. He's going to bring. He says, Jericho, you should bring whatever it takes. And he says Jericho's going to pay, and then he can figure out how to go out. He's like, that's my outline.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next up, we get a pretty good.
Ortiz looks good without hair. He looks good.
Did you notice that they were in the back and he's just like, look at them. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at her arm. Look at his head. And Ortiz was like, what's wrong with my head?
Yeah, what's wrong with my head?
Do I look stupid? No, because the thing is, like, Jericho just said, no, being friends with you sucks. And he's just like, look what you did to my friends and pointing at it. Like, I was half expecting Ortiz to be like, dude,
I'm fine.
What's up with this? Tony says Jericho is cool no matter what. He's a friggin' wizard.
He is a wizard.
He's a wizard in this moment. I don't think he's cool no matter what.
Oh, yeah, that's also true.
Hassan says, I shake it myself. What? Hassan, you can't do that. The light will fall out.
So you broke your own TV. You shook it.
Well, I understand that. Tell us what's wrong with it. What do you see when your TV is on? Is it lighting up or is it not lighting up at all? Let us know.
Is there a big crack in the middle of it?
Is there? How hard did you shake it? Do TVs break like that? Like a baby? You know, if you shake a baby, they break.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not trying to say to do it. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
they tell you not to
see what happens.
They say not to shake a baby. I know that's true.
Yeah,
Joe's kids, don't try, Joe.
Joe, don't shake your children.
Joe says, I'm literally trying to reassemble a broken Bowflex tonight. Please call the tool man or the creepy neighbor. Come on, Joe. Pretty sure he's wanted in 5 states. He's talking about Wilson.
Wilson is not creepy.
Not creepy. Very intelligent.
Creepy.
Very intelligent, asexual. Very nice asexual guy. What is this?
I'm Wilson.
Oh yeah, hold on. Do it. Hold on. No, I don't think so, Tim. I don't think so. We need to get that. That's a good one. Brooklyn Bleak says Santana nowhere to be seen in that Eddie Kingston promo. He's injured.
Because his leg exploded. He literally doesn't have a knee right now.
Him and Ortiz aren't necessarily on the best of terms. I heard about that recently.
What?
Oh, I can't wait to tell you about it on the Weekly Wrestle this Saturday.
Gosh, where do you get your news from?
Various places. Hassan says 3 times. You shook it 3 times. Hassan, tell us what's wrong with the TV. What does it look like? Were you able to watch AEW Dynamite?
Send pictures to the hotline.
Oh yeah, send pictures to 201-574-7222. Let's see this TV. Actually, send us a pic during the show. Yeah. During the show, I think it's very important. Yeah. Brooklyn Bleak says, "Oh, never mind. I forgot knee injury." And Joe writes, "Stay away from my kids, Red." I won't treat them like a television set, I promise. But we got our next match.
We gotta keep rolling here.
Konosuke Takeshita versus Jon Moxley.
Man, fuck. This match ruled.
Yeah, it was a great match. For some reason, Mox crossed himself before he started. He did the sign of the cross, which I've never seen him do. Don't know if I necessarily like that. A little strange. They start the night off, the match off with a shoulder block fight. Mox lights him up and then takes him down. Nice back and forth throughout. We get Takeshita German suplexing Moxley onto the apron, which was a nice little transition move.
Yeah.
Then we get go to commercial, and when we get back, Takeshita is bleeding, which I don't think was good. I don't think that was good.
You don't think that was good?
I think that's it. You don't need it in this match.
I didn't like it at first, but then the announcers had me convinced that he was busted open hard way. I don't know if that's true. Don't think it's true, but they had me convinced. And if it was hard way, I love it, especially when Moxley busted himself open hard way at the end of the match. I love that too.
Then we get some flipping clothesline action from Takeshita. Was pretty cool. He's fired up. Mox gets an arm bar. Then we get Takeshita with a frog splash that turns into a sleeper, to a blue thunder bomb, a paradigm shift into elbows, and then for some reason he gets up and gives another German after those elbows in the paradigm shift. But then we get a paradigm shift and then a bulldog choke. That's the end. Too many paradigm shifts in this match.
Did you hear the announcer say that Takeshita wrote his college thesis on the art of the German suplex?
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
I would love to read it. But it's probably in Japanese, right?
It's probably in Japanese.
God damn it. Hassan says it has no picture. Shoot, kid. But can you hear?
If you can hear, then we're in a good place.
Hassan, how big is this television screen that you're shaking?
Good point. Also a good point.
You're shaking this giant. Are you huge? How tall are you, Hassan? I'm gonna guess, Hassan, 6'5".
Oh, I was gonna go 6'7".
6'7"? Let us know, Hassan. You're throwing around TV screens like they're babies.
It's big. It's big.
Brett says, newest member of the BCC, they bled together. Interesting. I don't know if I want more members in the BCC.
I want more indirect members. Like, oh, you're associated, but you don't always come out, and Regal doesn't always come out with you. But like, you're gang Eddie. Affiliated, like Eddie. Yeah,
like Eddie in the Proud and Powerful.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Julia Hart, Malachi Black, and Brody King in the back talking shit about Darby.
Darby.
When did this feud start? Did it just start online?
Well, it started because Brody eliminated Darby from that battle royal, but didn't just eliminate him, choked him out, passed him out, and then dropped him. Remember, Andy Mack didn't like that.
He did not like that. He did not like the visual. That's a good point. But so then he had the power bomb at some sort of
and then I guess he was doing some type of signing, and then Brody King fucking killed him.
It looked pretty good. Literally crunched him in half. Yeah. Brooklyn Bleak says the long distance lariat shoulder from the Irish Rip was crazy. That was really cool. It looked like Takeshita fell on his head.
Yeah,
but he made it
awesome. I put in the Discord the brainbuster he hit was out of this world good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was great.
Really good.
It was really great.
Hassan says 605 tall, 605, or maybe that's 6'5".
6'5".
Okay, hell yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, dude's throwing dude's throwing these.
Yeah,
Like you know this how Scottish people throw those rocks and shit
Sure.
with the kilts.
Yeah, they got kilts.
Hassan's throwing these TVs like they're nothing.
Like they're nothing.
My TV is 50 inches tall. Shit.
Jeez.
Why were you shaking the TV?
That's big. He's a strong man.
I'm really learning a lot about Hassan, and I'm glad. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for joining us. You gotta get one
He's
of
got
these.
nothing else to do. Yeah.
Oh, that's why Hammer's.
I'll take it. He deserves
next
it.
up, we get Christian coming out.
Yeah.
Christian comes out, and you know how he used to have said outwork everyone?
Yeah.
You know what it says now?
What? Where?
It like on his Titantron,
Yeah,
on his
what
thing.
does it say?
Is that it used to say outwork everyone. Now it says worked everyone.
I didn't see that. It's
pretty good.
That's outstanding.
Then he says the varsity blondes, he finds them annoying. He doesn't think it's because of the mullet, even though they are in Savannah where a bunch of fucking rednecks love mullets. He was calling them imbeciles, and that really upset them. But he said because Pillman's dad was a legend in the business, but according to Christian, he average at best.
Average at best.
Which isn't too far off. I have some feeling.
I don't disagree with you necessarily.
I think he's very good.
He's good.
He's good.
He's
but
very good.
Especially not even before the ankle break. I didn't think he had the greatest matches 94, 95.
I think he had really good matches very, very early in like the early 90s. His matches against Jushin Liger, obviously very good.
And Luger.
Yeah.
He had some good matches with Luger and Liger and a bunch of, but then like as he, even before the ankle injury, he's just like getting more into character, which is cool. And I loved his character.
Yeah.
But as a wrestler, I don't know. But he said that he's annoyed that Brian Pillman had to, like, his last thing in the business is him, which is pretty good.
I'd be pretty annoyed about that too if I was Brian Pillman.
Woof. But then he's like, but Griff Garrison posted a picture online of him in like a jungle.
Yeah, it's weird.
Which is weird, Griff.
Yeah, he's like,
it's kind of
Jungle Boy's gone. I could step in and be Jungle Boy.
Yeah, it's a little weird. But Griff, he said that annoyed him because he looks like him. But he asked Luchasaurus, does he look like Jungle Boy? And that fired up Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus comes down. And it's Luchasaurus versus Griff. And man, beautiful German suplex by Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus then choke slams twice, and then the tar pit choke for the win.
I like the tar pit.
I like the tar pit. Great name.
Pit. Yeah.
But then he beats down Griff. This is really the highlight of this.
Yeah.
Beats down Griff and then headbutts Brian Pillman Jr., who goes down like a little shit dick, lays him on the table, then choke slams Griff onto him. 230 pounds easy.
Yeah.
Doesn't break
Griff
the table.
Garrison is 230 pounds?
Yeah, he's huge.
I think Griff Garrison's like 210.
He's like 6'4".
We got to find out now. But I love finisher.
Yeah, but he chokes him. It doesn't break the table. Just knocks the piss out of Brian Pillman Jr. Then he chokes him again higher than before, and squishes him to death. It was amazing. It was really good,
really incredible.
And I'm into Luchasaurus now.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
What do we got? Griff Garrison, 202 pounds.
How tall is he?
6'3", 202.
That's what I was wrong. I thought he was 6'4". I thought he had 6'4" and 20 pounds more muscle. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Well, you know what? Like, if you fail the first time, try again. Choke slam him a second time. Make it happen. And he did. And the table fucking exploded. And it
was
great.
Because some people wouldn't have done it. Right? Some people are like, choke slam, but I only have this amount of time. I can't do it again. And I bet you Christian's just like, do it again. Do it the fuck again.
Yeah.
And he told him. And but we have some comments here. Brett Pedro says, did Hassan send a TV pic? Let's find out. We're going to find out. Don't worry. Woodsy DB says, honestly, I think Darby will turn on Sting and join Aleister Black.
Whoa.
Interesting.
I'm not mad about it.
I think that's the best possible option. Great idea, Woodsy. Great idea. Tam is in the chat.
Tam's here.
Tam, 50 inches tall TV. You sure it's a TV? Tam in. Woo. Brett Pendleton said to the hotline. Let's see. Let's see if the hotline's been activated. Activate hotline. Oh, we got Mo's in here. Mo says Alex is now part of Death Squared. Oh, that was from a week ago.
Oh,
Mo.
interesting.
Sorry, Mose.
We were on vacation.
We got hi guys, and I don't know if this is you, but if this is you, Hassan, send a TV pic. Hassan just said a profile pic. If that's Hassan. Hassan. How do you say that? Could you phonetically spell that out? Hasson. No, that does not. Because I want to say it the best way possible, right, Roy?
Absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely. We have to get through the show. God damn it.
Yeah, we got to keep rolling.
Then we got Tony with 2.0 and Daniel Garcia in the back. And they're talking shark cages, Roy.
They're talking shark cages.
They're talking shark cages. And
shark cages.
And I think we're talking too much about shark cages, you know? That's my 2.0.
That's good. We're sick of cages.
He's sick of talking about cages. What about the other guys? Why aren't they in cages? Why are we at 2 cages? And they're tired of talking about them. And they go on that little thing, but then they walk away, and then we get to talk to Daniel Garcia, and he says that Yuta wants to take away his identity. Because that's basically what he's been doing the past few weeks, months. And then he said he's going to be fighting for the Pure Wrestling title, and he'll show him, you know?
Yeah, I loved this, but I wish they hadn't already announced the match, so this could have been the announcement of the match, you know? But that's me nitpicking. I thought it was great from Daniel Garcia. I thought it was great. I love how he's like, I use my hand. I use my hands when I talk, and I talk like this. Hey, Wheeler, I feel like you've been dodging me for a while, Wheeler.
You like that, too.
Hey, Wheeler.
Where is he from? Is he from Jersey?
He's from Buffalo.
Oh, woof.
Whoa, take it easy.
Man, poor guy. Yikes. They haven't bordered that town off yet, have they?
No.
Close it down.
The Butcher and the Blade are from there, too.
Where's my fart noise soundtrack?
Come on.
What are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about one thing though. I wish they put Daniel Garcia first.
Yeah.
Then 2.0. You can't have Daniel Garcia follow 2.0.
Yeah. I agree.
It's not right.
I agree.
Then we have Tony in the back with Hangman Page and he's wearing tie-dye.
I like his tie-dye. I didn't like his headband, but I like the tie-dye.
I don't know. If he's not wearing cowboy shit, I don't like it. I don't mind a tie-dye, but wear a vest over it for God's sakes.
Interesting. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. That would have been a good idea.
Man. Then Dark Order come out, and Silver is just as upset as he is that Brody King won and knocked him out. And there's gonna be a Rampage match. I don't know. This made
weird.
Adam Page look kind of shitty.
Yeah, he's kind of looked like a little dork the last few weeks. He, got eliminated in that Battle Royal out of nowhere. I don't know.
Just kind of, they're making him wear. They better be making him wear tie-dye, because that's not. If he's doing himself, I don't know why he wants to do that kind of career suicide.
Suicide, a tie-dye shirt.
That's how it starts, Roy. That's how it starts. I've seen it a million times.
I'm gonna wear my tie-dye shirt on Saturday. My sleeveless tie-dye shirt.
You're gonna wear a sleeveless tie-dye shirt Saturday?
Yeah.
Let's both wear sleeveless tie-dye shirts on Saturday.
There you go. Career suicide,
in honor of Hangman Page's RIP, his career. We have a lot of comments about the TV. Brett Pendle says, Hassan says, the news said it was monkeypox on it. I had enough. There's monkeypox on it. I had
think
enough.
He was supposed to say monkeypox.
What's monkeypox? Is that a new thing?
You don't know monkeypox?
Is that a new thing?
Yeah, you're all right. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
We got monkeypox. God damn it, Hassan. Joe writes, love the catchphrase change for Christian. True vets know how to put in subtle tweaks like that. It's true. It's true. Christian is a true vet. Mose says, oh my goodness.
Mose
is in the chat.
Shut.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is great idea.
We haven't had that one in a while. That was good. Brooklyn Bleak says, Buddy Murphy missing from that Malachi Black promo. Is he injured too? Probably.
I think he was hurt. Yeah, I think he was nursing an injury. The problem is I think AEW brings in guys who are already kind of hurt, and then they wrestle anyway, and they get more hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's probably a good point too, because usually WWE brings them in, has them wrestle a little bit, sees what they get.
Yeah, Adam Cole came to AEW with like kind of a bum shoulder
banged
already.
Up.
Yeah.
Woodsy to Be says Hangman should have a cowboy hat and a revolver, so he always looks like a cowboy.
A revolver?
Hello!
Not bad.
You wanted to have a cap gun with him all the time?
And the little smoke comes out. You should really go guns? For Yosemite Sam. Carnation. I said carnation. It's tarnation. Tarnation. Carnation is a flower.
Yeah.
We have to
That's
start
his
talking
thing,
about
though.
some things, Roy.
Yeah, what do we got? Well, are there
Jim
any
Ross
comments?
coming out. Jim Ross coming out.
Yeah,
Jim
there he
Ross.
is. There he is.
I'm loving it. I'm loving this whole announcing scenario. No?
I just give me 2 hours of Taz. Just give
Yeah.
me 2 hours of Taz. I don't give a shit. Give me 2 hours of Taz and Excalibur. I don't care who your third person is.
And I like them switching up with Tony and then JR. Like, that's
Yeah.
perfect. Honestly, perfect.
I agree.
The two sleepiest guys on the show, let them
Yeah.
tag
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But then we get Jake Hager versus Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah.
My match of the night.
What? Really?
Match of the night. John
Interesting.
Moxley and Takeshita, I've seen before. It's really a John Moxley match. And John Moxley matches are good, but they're always knockdown, brawl, fight
Sure.
around the ring, do
Sure.
the same things. And at least he's not like the Young Bucks, which do literally the same moves. But like John Moxley just has the same rhythm to a match. This was a hoss fight. This was a slapping, hitting Jake Hager's best match.
Oh, sure.
Jake Hager's best match, maybe that he's ever had.
It
was great.
It's possible.
It was great. Immediate uppercuts to start. We the people chants, counters back and forth because they know each other so well.
Yeah.
They know each other so well. We got 619 in there. But the crowd is so fucking off in this match, and they deserve to be kicked out and fired. Terrible, because he does a 619. They're like, God damn it, really angry. But as I mentioned, great hoss fight. Regal loves men dropping the stuffing out of each other.
Yeah, beating the stuffing out of each other.
He said dropping, I'm pretty
Did
sure.
he say dropping?
I think he gets flustered, but I
Yeah.
might have been wrong. But then a hard hitting, Jake working very hard in this match. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I think Jake worked hard, and I think at one point there was a moment where he like hit a clothesline, and he was kind of like leaning over the top rope, and he wasn't necessarily tired. I think he just surprised himself. He was like, I didn't know I could work this hard.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100%. And because Claudio brings it out in you. You have to work
Yeah.
extra hard with Claudio. We get 2.0 runs out. We get the big swing and the sharpshooter. 2.0 rocks out. We get a rock bottom, but he kicks out of that. Then he does the launch uppercut. 15 minutes in the match, launches Jake Hager up. Jake Hager
Yeah.
jumped for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like that was amazing. And then the uppercut
Crushed him.
followed
Got
by the beautiful Ricola bomb.
And he got him up. He's just like pure strength, just pure
Yeah.
strength. It was
It's
really
nuts.
incredible. I
It's
also loved that the announcers, I think it was Regal actually, so I don't even want to put the credit on the announcers, but Regal said that Dave Taylor taught Claudio how to do the uppercut. I thought that was a really nice little touch of history there.
That is very good. I remember Dave Taylor in a short run on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But we do have an I believe this is Hassan. Oh wait, no, who's this? Great show. I don't know who you people. Oh, this is I'm assuming this is Joe. Joe sent in a pic of him working on his Bowflex.
Oh, love it. Yeah,
See
that
if you
deserves to be seen too.
Wait.
Oh, good luck, Joe. That looks
Good
like
luck
a
with that
nightmare.
one, Joe. Good luck with that one with the Rugrats running around.
Looks
Jeez.
like a nice room though. Looks like it's a nice room.
You got Bruiser Crusher and the animal running around there. Jeez. Yeah, you heard about Bruiser Crusher and the animal, right?
Yeah, but I'd assume, it's 10:55. I'd hope they'd be asleep at this point.
Not those Rugrats, not when AEW's on. And they get their Mountain Dew in them. Oh Lord. Watch out.
Look
Joe,
out.
you have to stop giving them Mountain Dew before bed.
Yeah. Stunts their
Hassan says it has pimples and monsters on it. It looks like chicken pox on it. Oh, you talk about monkeypox.
That's what monkeypox is.
Yikes. Don't everyone watch out for monkeypox.
We're going
Hassan
down a
has the
dangerous
scoop.
path here. Going down a dangerous path.
Oh, are we?
I don't want to talk about
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Actually, we know nothing about
infectious
science.
diseases.
You're right.
Yeah.
We know nothing of the science. Jake Hager's best match, not hard to reach that peak. Brooklyn says, good job, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's true. Wizzy the Beast says, yeah, you can have Adam Page take on a machine gun Carl Anderson in an arena shootout. Get the Jaguar Stadium and give each an arsenal airsoft guns. Honestly, that'd be more interesting than what they're doing with Page right now.
I'd like to see those two wrestle each other. I bet they'd have a good match.
I'm sure they would. and have Machine Gun Kelly referee it.
Oh yeah, how about that, huh?
And
How about that?
have Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pez Watley as the guest enforcer, as a wrestler in like the 80s.
Pistol Pez Walkman.
yeah, Pistol Pez.
Next we have Lexi. Someone I don't know her full name.
Lexi Nair.
Lexi Nair
It's
with
DDP's
Hook.
daughter.
DDP's daughter with Hook, and she's just like, Hook, you have an undefeated streak. Do you want a title shot? And Hook does not like that line of questioning because he does not answer and walks off.
They're smashing.
You think they're smashing?
Oh yeah, I think they're a couple. I think it's sweet.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
In real life?
They flirt with each other during these interviews.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I hope that they have a beautiful relationship. Joe writes, it's caffeine-free Mountain Dew. What am I, an animal? No calls to DIFUS yet. Joe, Mountain Dew, no matter the type you get, Diet, Code Red, Baja Blast, all has caffeine in it. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a caffeine-free Mountain Dew.
I'm
about to go down to Taco Bell and get me a Baja Blast.
What did you have to say there, Royster?
That's can't top it. Let's keep going.
Can't top it. Next up, we have Thunder Rosa.
Here's the women's portion of AEW because they put all the women's segments back to back.
You're right. Wow. Yikes. We have they talk about Yamashita beat Rosa
which
in
was
Japan.
also on Dark as well.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But Tony is talking to Rosa and Storm, and they're Thunderstorm, and Thunder Rosa is really hard to watch. Listen on the mic.
Sometimes. Yep.
Sometimes it's really bad.
Yep.
Then Britt gets over, and she's like, I'm back here because it's hard to watch you talk. She's like, we've had enough of Thunder Rosa talking for the next month, and she's kind of here to save the division, and she knows how to stop a thunderstorm with a sandbag.
No, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
This is pretty good.
That's pretty good. A little too inside baseball, but it's still good.
And then she said something like, I'm going to bury you with this sandbag or something. She's like, I'm going to bury you with this sandbag as Britt Baker walks off or something.
Oh, that's pretty good. Tam is in the chat. Tam says, I eat ice-free ice cream. Are you just drinking straight cream, Tam?
Out of control.
Tam is just drinking straight cream. Joe writes, Hook gets what he wants. It's true. He does get what he wants. Woodsy says, you could have Arn Anderson ref the match, and when anybody tries to cheat, Arn points his Glock at them.
The Glock.
They're very smart. Very smart. Brooklyn Bleak says, that's DDP's daughter? I'm still stunned how Mick Foley halfway contributed to his daughter. Very pretty. Very pretty.
She's very pretty. She's very pretty.
Joe writes, is that why Brendan is climbing the chimney now? I don't know Brendan. I do know the animal.
Who, Brendan?
I'm assuming he's referring to the animal.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Brendan the Animal Steel.
Yeah, Brendan
He's
the animal.
sharing it, McMahon. He's sharing it with them.
Sean, the Bruiser. Bruiser Sean, Brendan the animal, and Crush Colin. Which you shouldn't do to Colin. The Thunderstorm is so lame. I hate that they have Tony go down to Rosa and team up with her immediately after. Yep, don't like that either, Brett. And then Brett says, I swear if Britt wins the title next instead of Tony, it's a massive L for AEW.
It is a massive L for AEW.
It is. But we're getting a really great matchup next. Deeb versus Anna Jay. What'd you think of it, Roy?
I thought this was a good match. I thought it was nice. It's Deeb's hometown, and I like the callback to Deeb's original gear. Not Deeb. It's not Deeb's hometown. It's Anna Jay's hometown. COVID brain. And I like that they did the callback to her original like tap dancing entertainer like pinstripe gear.
Yeah, her little ringmaster gear.
Yeah, her little weird thing that she got going on. That was fun. And I thought this was a good match. I think Anna Jay is fine.
The thing is, she starts off okay, but in the middle of the match, it's not that she's winded. She just loses energy. So everything looks very slow. And even before, like the start of the match, you could tell she's like, I got to do this, and this, you know?
Yeah,
I got to be here at this point, this at this point. Okay, I'm doing it.
Exactly.
And yeah, she's in all the right spots for the most part, but it just looks unnatural. But Deeb works her ass off in this match. Keeps getting better and better. Amazing submission wrestling by Deeb. Some of the submissions she did were outstanding.
Oh, absolutely.
So innovative.
Absolutely.
There's that one where she's standing over them with her legs, her ankles hooked underneath her hips, and then just kind of pulls her wrists back. Awesome. And then we get Anna puts the Queen Slayer on, but it gets reversed into a Serenity Lock with the win, and she holds it on afterwards to really sink it in. But Mercedes Martinez doesn't like that, right?
Yeah, she don't like it.
Doesn't like it, and Mercedes Martinez comes out to save the day. And Mercedes and Deeb have something going on soon. They're going to be facing for the Ring of Honor Championship.
Yeah, I'm excited for this Ring of Honor show.
I am too.
A lot of these matches are good. They're going to probably announce who Gresham is going to fight on Friday.
And I'm very excited about this Gresham heel turn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too.
Not so happy about him with Tully, though. But
yeah, I don't know. I like it from like a perspective of like, okay, well, AEW and Tony Khan like Tully, so as long as he's associated with Tully, then his spot won't necessarily be lost. But I mean, we'll see.
Yes. Brooklyn Bleak says, Yamashita, glad to see her getting some attention in AEW. She tagged with Shida in Japan and wouldn't mind seeing them in AEW together. Sure.
That would be great. Where's Shida? Miss Shida. I miss her.
Yeah, she has to come back. Woodsy Beast says, I call that long-term storytelling. Which one? Any of this?
Which one? Yeah, which one? Tell me.
I don't think it. Let us know what you mean by that. Brooklyn Bleak says, Britt Charlotte Flair Baker. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Brett says it was also a Griff Garrison hometown show. Oh, they didn't even realize.
It was.
The hometown was just like, we gave you that? Keep it. Good riddance. Oh, no, I like Griff. He's fine. Woodsy B says Deeb needs to work on her conditioning. What?
Excuse me?
I'm going to...
Oh, son of a bitch!
What are you talking about, Woodsy? Anna Jay needs to work on some condition. Deeb is there. She does yoga 12 hours a day. But after that, we get a Tony with Jade and Stokely and baddies, and we only want to hear Stokely, right?
Oh, man, and Stokely does a great job.
Yeah, another thing, because he cares about the baddies the way the Wu-Tang care about the children.
Yeah. I love when he said that some people are mad.
Jade.
So funny. So funny.
Very good. And he ends the segment, and the producer cut before she could be like, and Tony, keep your shit. What did she say?
Well, she said it in the beginning of the promo. She said
the beginning, but she usually says it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Tony.
And by the way, Tony, cut the shit. They cut her shit before she could cut his shit, which is smart. You have to just, if you can't get them to play ball, you just cut them. Cut them off. But that being said, fucked up that they stuffed all the women into maybe 20 minutes of TV.
Crazy. And then the last women's segment was also questionable as well.
Yeah, well, we get the last women's segment. Oh yeah, Tony. Oh well, we get also quick thing with Jay Lethal, and he's gonna beat Joe.
I liked this.
He's screaming in. This was good for Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal is good.
He's good. He's good, guys. But next up we have Tony with Anna Jay and Woof. Ty comes in immediately and says, didn't Ruby's hands, like she was mad that she slammed Ruby's hands.
Yeah.
And Ty's just like, she likes you, but I think you're making bad decisions for your career, which is interesting to say, but neither one of them can speak a lick.
Yeah. I actually thought Ty did okay here. I didn't like the setup. I didn't like that they just kind of started doing this and they made us automatically assume that they're friends or that we know that they have like this long-standing relationship. You know, I wanted to.
They tagged together a lot. They had
they had the whole thing.
Match.
Yeah, exactly. Sure, but we haven't seen them together on TV in like 4 or 5 months. So I would appreciate a quick reminder. And I thought she gained momentum throughout. It got better throughout, but
I think Anna Jay, what would have been a more interesting angle is they're still friends, and Anna Jay kind of has to reconcile the fact that her friends become a jerk to everyone else, but they're still cool.
Right. I agree with that completely.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
I love that.
It is a good story.
Brooklyn Bleak says, I like how Stokely made the hand gesture to move on, and Jade looked like she was about to beat him up. Is Jade like, I don't know if this Stokely Jade teaming is good. I think Stokely's great, but Jade seems very against it. And it feels that way. It feels like
I think they can tell that story of like Jade brought in Stokely to serve her, but Stokely is too big a personality to serve her. Stokely wants to be his own independent entity with a different group of people. And that's the story that they're kind of telling here, maybe. I don't know.
Is this leading to a Jade face turn?
I would hope so. I really hope so. But the problem with that is she has to drop the title. She has to drop the title, and she has to drop it to a babyface. She has to drop it to either Athena or Statlander, and it really should be Statlander, in my opinion. But I don't know how that's going to lead to anything. So,
Want to know what you do? You have her have a main event match against a mystery opponent for the championship.
Yeah.
You know who comes out?
Who?
Red Velvet. And then Stokely and the baddies beat Jade.
Yeah.
And then now they have the championship and they're holding it in their little troop.
Yeah.
And Jade is now going to chase after it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a great.
But you maybe not even Red Velvet, but it's they need, or just a big wrestler to come in and join the baddies. Yeah. Like honestly, Sasha Banks.
Well, I know. Yeah.
Woo!
I know.
Sasha versus that's who Jade needs to work with.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
100%. 100%.
We have to move on, Roy. You know that?
I heard pray tell. We got to move on.
We're at the main event.
We're at the main event.
Team Taz versus Swerve in Your Glory and the Young Bucks versus the Young Bucks. They say that this is going to have a 60-minute time limit. The match starts at 6:40. Right. Jesus Christ. Can you at least put it for like 30 minutes, like, so we could believe what you're saying?
Well, you know, that's what you do. A title match has a 60-minute time limit.
Then they should always be at the beginning of the night. You know,
they should really just say TV time remaining.
Yeah, I think that would be better. Yes. But basically we get I didn't like this match. Did you like this match?
I love this match. Of course I did.
You love this match, huh?
Yeah. Well, I love the frantic pace that only gets more frantic. I love that. Like, this is the whole thing, right? Like, this is why everyone thinks the Young Bucks can't tell stories, because they start at a frenetic pace to begin with, and they're like, oh, they're just doing spots. Well, fuck them. They're not telling a story. They're just doing spots. They are telling a story. Every Young Bucks match tells a story. Every tag match in AEW tells a story, but people just automatically dismiss it because they're immediately going 1,000 miles an hour, when in actuality, you can go 1,000 miles an hour and still tell a story, and then you can go 1,010 miles an hour, and then 2,000 miles an hour. That can happen, and that's okay. It's the AEW tag style, and you may not like it, and people may not like it. That's fine, but there's a story being told here. There's a couple of little things in this match where I was like, I don't know if I need that. I don't know if I want that, but I liked it. I thought it was really good.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't think you can tell a story unless people sell. And the thing is, like, when you're going 100 miles an hour, you're not selling. You can't. There's no time to sell because you're going so frantically, you're not selling anything. And because this match, what this type of match was built for is a Young Bucks versus FTR versus another main tag team. This would have been better if it was Young Bucks versus one of those other teams.
Sure.
Because this didn't make anyone look better. No one looked better. They all looked the same. Swerve and Lee look exactly the same. Hobbs and Ricky look exactly the same. Young Bucks look exactly the same. You're making a champion in this match. No one looked better.
I disagree with that. I think everybody looked better from this match. I don't know if the Bucks looked better, but I think both tag teams looked better.
I'm not saying it wasn't a fun match.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is I don't think there's ever been a tag team match that Ricky and Powerhouse have been in where they as a team or individually, but yet as a team, have really had a chance to shine.
I agree. And I agree 100%.
That happened in this match.
It did not happen in this match. Because they didn't
that
climb.
Spine Buster spot?
You're talking about a spot. That's the thing is that's what I'm saying is it was a fun match, but it was about the spots there was no story. There's no story of climbing. There's no story of beating anyone. No one was ever affected by anything that really happened to them. So there was never a time when anyone looked in peril besides when someone double teamed, and there's moments in there that were really good, but because of the fact that it just, there was no story.
I have to go back and watch it again because I don't disagree necessarily with what you're saying, but I do believe that there was a story here. And I think the stories that they could have told, they didn't really lean into as much as they probably should have, as far as fuckface and fuckface.
Bucks?
Lee and Swerve.
Swerve.
There wasn't as much tension between the two of them. There wasn't a lot of miscommunication between the two of them. So when Swerve does that whole, like, I've got the belt, maybe I'm going to hit Keith Lee thing, I didn't like that. I didn't think that was earned. I think that kind of came out of nowhere because they were on the same page for the whole match.
That's the only thing that should have stayed in the match, and everything before it should have been built to that moment. You're right.
Spot.
It was unearned, and because of that, there was no story. It was not even like besides that one moment, we didn't get a bit of like, oh, we have to work together to win this. We didn't get that, and that was the issue.
Well,
it should have
they
been
were just all on the same page.
It should have been a one-on-one match. If they're gonna make someone, you can't do it in this manner. You can't make someone in a triple threat unless you're Benoit, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H.
That's really funny. And the only reason
that's the only time in a triple threat someone's been made.
That's a bold statement.
I can't think of another time when someone's been made by the triple threat. Like there's been made people going into triple threat and they've had great matches. Like Kurt Angle, Taker, and The Rock, I think. And then there's like Brock and Seth and John Cena.
Yeah.
Great match. They're all great matches, but the only one was that one where they made Benoit and they made him look like a star.
I got to think more about that.
And I
got to think more about that.
We have some comments here. What do you got to say?
That's tough. I just think that's tough because Swerve and Keith Lee both overcame the odds. Anybody who wins this match overcomes the odds. Because you still beat two teams, and especially Swerve and Lee, the way they went about it, I'm not saying it's correct, but I'm saying in the eyes of an average AEW fan, you made Swerve and Lee tonight as a tag team. You did. Because of the big spots, because of like the flips, and because they overcame these odds, and they kicked out of certain things, and they did these certain things, like...
But because of the way the Bucks do matches, that doesn't mean anything. Everyone's kicked out of everything the Bucks have done at least once.
But that's not. It's not about.
So it no longer matters about the moves, and the only thing that gets them over is the fact that they're holding the belts, and that's not the way to get someone over.
I don't think that's true.
I'm just saying. Like I feel like I like the idea that they won. I wish it was a month from now when they've had more story with Keith Lee and Swerve built up, so they could build to this moment when it's a one-on-one match with the Bucks. Because right now this isn't.
Well, it's also kind of like, what do you do with Ricky and Powerhouse, and also like the Bucks were always supposed to be transitional champions because the Hardys they're in the Hardy position. The Hardys were supposed to win that stupid ladder match, and then they were supposed to be stupid transitional champions.
Yeah.
But like transitioning the titles to another makeshift tag team is confusing to me. And it bums me out personally because it blows my fantasy booking of FTR versus the Young Bucks 2 out of 3 falls main eventing the next pay-per-view. For the tag team titles, winner take all.
Sure. And I don't know where. Yeah, you're right. That is a little. It was weird that they chose now to switch the titles, especially with that on the horizon.
So close. Yeah.
But I think this wasn't the great idea to give Lee and Swerve. They didn't really earn it before this match.
I would rather see them in singles. Like I'd rather see like some heel, like somebody turns on somebody and then it becomes like 1-versus-1 or whatever. But overall, I really enjoyed the match. I thought it was fun. I'd be curious. What do the comments say? How do people feel about this match? Whose side are they taking?
Brooklyn Blick says Jade's such a natural here. Jordan Grace challenged her though. Brett says
challenged her.
That's interesting. I love that. Brett says I didn't expect a title change. I didn't expect Swerve and Our Glory to win. I was so excited. I've been pining for it.
Okay.
It was a fun moment.
Who said that?
Brett Turby.
Brett. Okay.
Brooklyn Bleak says main event equals MOTN. Had me by the first couple of minutes.
Match of the night.
Match of the night.
Who said that?
Brooklyn Bleak.
Blake?
Swizz is in the chat.
Is.
Wow. And guess what they say? Red Cornet.
Little red cornet.
You guys are ridiculous.
Wrong.
Brooklyn Bleak says, laugh my ass off at Red Cornet. Great. Everyone's doing it. Joe says, every match tells a story, even crappy matches. That's not true, Joe. That's not true at all. I don't think every match tells a story. There are plenty of matches that don't tell a story. I'll show you some. Honestly, you just have to turn on some matches in AEW. Do not tell a story. WWE, for their faults, always tell a shitty story.
Okay. We should watch an episode of NXT 2.0, and at every match, you're like, you have to tell me what the story is in every match.
I'll gladly watch Triple H's NXT 2.0.
Who knows?
I can't
wait.
I
need further proof.
Triple H's NXT.
That Triple H is actively booking
Hall
Triple
of
H.
X 2.0. 2.0 of Triple H. Joe writes, selling equals slowing down. Yeah. In order to sell, you have to slow down. That's just a fact. And if you watch any interview by any major, like if you watch Eddie, I was just watching an Eddie Guerrero interview from 1998. He's just like talking about Rey Mysterio. He's just like he's like, oh, Rey's a great guy, one of the best, most athletic people. He trusts me, and I love him for. He's my brother. And they asked, like, what do you think of how he's changed as a performer? He's like, he's amazing now because he slows down. He's telling a story, psychology. Before, he's all about the spots. Now he knows you have to show you're in pain. And that's it. That's the sauce. That's what makes people really. We don't care about Swerve and Lee winning because we didn't feel like they earned it. If they had the match they should have had, you even said to yourself you don't think they earned it.
Well, I have my own preferences.
You felt a little bummed at the end, right?
I want FTR to be the AEW Tag Team Champions.
But if they had the match they were supposed to have, you'd be like, oh, shit. They climbed to the mountaintop. They earned it. We didn't feel a climb to the mountaintop.
No matter what they did in that match, I don't feel like they technically earned it because I haven't seen them wrestle enough as a team.
Exactly. Well, there's many reasons why this was not the right thing. Brooklyn Bleak says, nobody looked better. Swerve keeping up with the Bucks. Hobbs spin. Swerve keeping up the Bucks. Everyone keeps up with the Bucks. That's the thing, is their Bucks matches are designed so that, like, oh, you kept up with me. Like, it's like there's that spot in every single one. Jungle Boy's kept up with it. That's a spot they do. If they had a match against Jim Cornette, they would find a way to make it look like Jim Cornette was out wrestling them because they're very good at that. But that doesn't make anyone look better when you do the same thing every time.
I think they both looked better after this match.
Brett says, I wish they'd break up Team Taz and push Ricky to the top. Dude is so good. Well, we know who their first tag team is going to be, that they're going to face. Swerve and Lee is going to be Hobbs and Ricky.
I guess
because
so.
Bucks are going on to FTR.
Who knows?
Well, who knows anymore? Brooklyn says, I got so irate that I pressed enter by accident. Lol. So irate that I pressed enter by accident.
Irate by your comments.
You were going to say enter? What do you mean enter?
Well, I think he didn't finish his thought.
Oh, Brooklyn Blake. What did you say, Brooklyn Blake? Hobbs spin. Oh, that he didn't finish the cop. He just pressed enter. Oh, got it. Brett says, why didn't they have Swerve and Lee take the belts off the Flintstones a month ago instead of giving it to the Young Bucks for 3 weeks before losing it? I don't understand the booking.
Because Tony Khan's too rigid in his booking style. He had a plan that the Hardys were going to be the interim tag team champions, and then they were going to, not interim, but transitional tag team champions. They were going to have their last little run, and they were going to transition the belts off of them quickly. Rather than completely pivot when Jeff was out, they're like, no, the Bucks will win. They'll still be our transitional tag team champions, and then they'll whatever. Like, they moved it that way, which, like, I don't necessarily disagree with, because the Flintstones dropping the belts was also contingent on the launch of.
Okay, Roy Cornette.
Wait.
Should I call you Jim Roy?
Hold on a second. Wait, does Jim Cornette call them the Flintstones?
Probably. It sounds like a Jim Cornetteism. He calls Luchasaurus Dino douche.
I don't like that. that.
He calls Jungle Boy regular Jungle Boy because he likes him.
He likes Jungle Boy?
Yeah.
Because he's pretty. He's a pretty boy. But them dropping the titles in that ladder match specifically were that whole thing was contingent on launching the Jungle Boy Christian storyline. So that needed to stay on track. That needed to stay on, like, that date. So they needed to do this. So I get it. I understand.
I don't know, but
Yabba dabba doo.
yeah, but
Who
Brooklyn
called them the
Bleak says-
Flintstones? Who said that?
Turby. Brooklyn Bleak says, "Oh, Bucks will definitely use the triple threat excuse for a rematch, and then maybe a one-on-one will happen. But storyline wise, it was the Bucks' fault for not taking either team seriously. I just think that's a poor. That's not a good. But it wasn't that story because they took them seriously the entire match.
Yeah.
You're thinking back and trying to retroactively force a story in there, but there was no story in the match. They took them seriously. They fought seriously. They gave it their all. They all did the things. They all did everything they've ever done at the same time. They had to walk in the ropes at the same time. We had the big guys looking at each other funny at the same time. Like you had everything in there, and it was just never. It was just never built. Hey, it's no offense. Seems like you're taking offense.
Don't take it.
All right. Let's not fight about it. Wizzy the Beast says, what the fuck? You talking about NXT 2.0 has so many stories. The mob threw some guy off a bridge last week. He's still working out the kinks. Triple H is still like, oh, we forgot about that one. There's a mobster throwing people out a bridge. He's working on it.
No, he's not. I'm
working
not
on
convinced
it.
he's doing any of the booking.
Not yet, because he's trying to. He's let him take his time, right? He's trying to get his hands wet. He's in the sauce right now. He's just like feeling around. Who do you trust? He's trying to find out who you trust first.
Hey, who do I trust and who's getting whacked?
I'll throw you off a bridge. That's what Triple H says. Brooklyn Bleak says, but Keith Lee's jumping roundhouse looked even more impressive tonight. The height and extension of the kick was crazy.
Yeah,
I wrote down in my notes, the spin kick is back because he hasn't done it since he's been at AEW because honestly, he was a little out of shape when he first got here. Looked great tonight. Keith Lee looking amazing condition. He's back to being like, he's got fat abs again.
Yeah.
You know, it's no longer that belly. It's now fat abs. And he's looking good.
He's looking good. Yeah.
Brett says, do we think the Hardys will get the 3-week title run when Jeff finds God and gets clean?
No.
I don't know if we're seeing Jeff Hardy back.
I don't think Jeff's ever coming back.
If I were Tony, I would not put him back on TV.
No, I wouldn't either.
He should, like the last few weeks of him being on looked rough.
He looked rough.
You know, I don't think he's coming back on TV, Brett. Swizz, bless you. ZZZ, too many Triple H, the triple threat tags recently. Don't want to see them anymore. Right.
Yeah. I don't, I did like this match and I stand by everything that I said, but I don't think this should have been a triple threat in the first place. I think Lee and Swerve should have fought Starks and Hobbs, and the winner of that match fought the Young Bucks.
Brooklyn B says, no, the promo for the previous Dynamite set the story up. Lol. No, the promo from the previous Dynamite set the story up. Never mind. Cora J. Oh, we may fucking up.
Is your fire alarm beeping?
No. If it is, I don't care. Yeah. It beeps all the time, honestly. Never mind. Cora Jade turning heel on the tag partner after a week of winning the title. Lol. I'm not sure what that means either.
That's rough. That was rough. Cora Jade won. You gotta see it. You just gotta watch it. And then Cora Jade's the one that rides the skateboard to the ring, and she went to break the skateboard over her partner's back, but it broke in her hand before she could hit her with it.
Who's Cora Jade?
We're talking about NXT 2.0.
Oh. I'll watch it a couple weeks when Triple H just really has his hands in the sauce. Yeah. He's spread it. He's picking out the pieces of sauce he wants, and he's dumping the rest in the sink, and he's gonna start a new sauce. That's what he's gonna do. That's what you do. You pick out the meatballs you want. You put in a new sauce.
Yeah,
that's classic wrestling lingo.
Classic.
We got what do we have here? Joe writes, the way things are going, hopefully we'll be seeing Triple H's WWE soon. Bye, Vince. I'm excited for it. I think it's happening.
I think it's good for professional wrestling.
It's great for professional wrestling. Brooklyn Bleak, lol, fat abs. But Starks and Bucks' reaction to that jumping roundhouse had me laughing. It was great. It was a really cool moment. Really cool. Joe Wright and the crowd. Crowd woke up then.
It's one of the loudest moments of the night.
Joe writes, Jeff will be back, but not on AEW. Conrad Thompson presents Ric Flair's last match versus Jeff Hardy.
Is that this weekend? No, it's next weekend.
I'm interested.
I am also interested.
God, I hate that I'm interested.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't want to give Ric Flair any of my money.
Yeah, that's true too.
But that's the end of the show, Roy.
The show. That's
Man, we're excited. I'm excited about well, man, we have so much to talk about at the Weekly Wrestle.
Oh boy, do we.
I'm going to condense 2 weeks, but I'm making sure not to say old news that's not necessary.
Yeah.
But I will give you full breakdowns of what's happened in the 2 weeks so we could all talk about it as a friends and family, right?
Yeah, come hang out.
Yeah, come hang out.
It's gonna be a
Sleeveless
whopper.
Saturdays. Sleeveless
It's gonna be a
Saturdays.
whopper. Yeah,
What?
Sleeveless Saturdays is going to be a whopper of a show.
Oh, home of the Whopper.
Yeah, an impossible whopper.
Is it? Oh God, Beyond Whopper.
Oh, beyond whopper.
No, they have Impossible, but I wish they had Beyond.
Yeah, agree.
Beyond's better. You know that, right?
No, Beyond's better. Absolutely.
we all
I
know
think they
this.
both suck, but it's fine.
We have to make do.
Give me a black bean.
Oh yeah, like Smash Burger.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Good black bean burger and horseshoe
black bean.
fries.
Yeah, if you're ever in Austin, Pete Terry's black bean veggie burger, not bad. Not bad.
Thank you all so much. Joe writes last 5 because Flair never dies. Last 5 because Flair never dies. I don't get that, Joe. Brooklyn Bleak says, did they announce any other matches for Ric Flair's last match? Did they?
There's other matches on the card. I would go check out the card. I don't know when the last time you saw an update was, but the undercard really does look good. So that's actually they still haven't announced his match. Who's in his match?
Which is fine.
Because Tony Khan is like, FTR's like, please. And Tony Khan's like, he's gonna die in the ring.
I hope Tony Khan doesn't let any AEW people there.
Yeah, me too.
I hope. But he loves Conrad. They're best buds.
Well, I think he feels a little betrayed by Conrad right now.
Because of this?
Because he's running StarCast with SummerSlam and not with All Out. So I think
You picked the wrong house, fool!
That was Tony Khan saying it to Conrad.
because I think at the end of the day, Conrad's more loyal to Cody than he is to Tony
you
Khan.
think?
I do.
I think he's more loyal to. No, that's interesting.
I think he's more loyal to Cody.
Wow. What fun we've had today.
Yeah.
What fun we've had
We'll
today.
leave you on that brain buster.
That brain buster. We have a lot to talk about this Saturday at the Weekly Wrestle. Please send us your pictures and calls to 201-574-7222, the hotline.
222.
If you're in the United States, it is toll free. If you're outside, I don't know. Send the emails to loserlosepod@gmail.com. Check out our podcast. I'm gonna try to throw this up tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe you won't listen to it if you just listen to this. But have a great night, everyone. Right, Roy?
Yeah. Everybody have a wonderful night. We'll see you on Saturday.
See you
We're
Saturday.
back, baby.
Hi.
4, 3,
You do count down.
1.
Hello there.
Ole. 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 Ole.